Hello, and welcome back to Let's Play 80 Days. I'm your host, BringItDon, and we are currently sitting in Washington, D.C. Let's wait for a day. I needed to do something about my funds. The people were somewhat wary of Monsieur Fogg as we roamed the streets of Washington. Several buildings had not yet been rebuilt since the burning of the city by English forces in 1812. A little tidbit about that is, when the English attacked Washington, D.C. in 1812, they didn't burn down the Marine Corps barracks or the Commandant's house out of respect. So, that's neat. I could understand it. Remembering the terrible feeling of being under attack for my own time during the siege of Paris. Still, not everyone was cold. A few people were out to make a quick buck, as seems to be the typical for the treatment of tourists worldwide. "Do you want the full tour, gentlemen?" asked Hank Henberry, a man with smooth dark skin and a fine leather jacket who strolled up to us. As though the sight of an English gentleman and his battered valet were par to his normal fare. Let's see. "We're looking to leave as fast as possible." "Leave? Well, where to now?" he smiled. "You haven't seen what this place has to offer." "And what does this place have to offer?" "Everything," he replied, spreading his hands wide. Hank leant, I still don't know how to say that. Leant in closer. "Tell me now," he purred. "What's your poison?" "We're quite unaccustomed to being poisoned." "Transportation," I replied steadfastly. "We need the fastest way to London." "Left the gas on, did you?" he joked. "The fastest way I know is the airship from New York, but there's also the route via Ponta Delgada." "Why does an airship route go to Ponta Delgada?" I had demanded. "Where even is it?" "How the hell would I know?" he shot back. "Now do you want to see what this city has to offer, or are you just wasting my time?" "Are we wasting your time?" I spluttered indignantly. You fellows are no hope," Hank replied, and took his leave abruptly. "Ne'er a shave, I suspect," Monsieur Fogg confided, as we stepped away. "How unlike him to have an opinion. I think perhaps Monsieur Fogg dislikes Americans as much as they dislike him." Oh. I can go straight there. We can probably wrap this up this episode. That's a long trip, so maybe not. Let's go to the market. It's not open yet. It will be very shortly. Let's explore, and then I can go to the market after this. I took a few hours to explore, investigating the various options for how we might continue our journey. That was it. That was uneventful. So this sells for $210. That's pretty good. $130. Might have to sell that. We're not making it to Istanbul. Felt guilty for it, but I mean, that's the short of it. We're not going to Istanbul. Let us depart for tomorrow at 2. The way I want to go, or can I go straight across? It's only $480 to get to Ponta Delgada. I can only carry one bag. I'm not doing that. I prefer to go to New York, so I will wait one more day. Then we'll go to New York, and then straight to London, I think. With what remained of the day, I washed and hung our linen. Yeah, let's walk around. But found nothing of any particular interest. Alright. I feel like a lot of the stuff that should have happened in these places, I've missed out on because I didn't explore appropriately. I feel kind of bad about it. I'm excited. I'm going to continue to play this game. I might not record it because it takes a lot to read everything. But anyway. We boarded the train and settled ourselves in for the short ride into New York City. Is this Monsieur Curtis again? It is. New York. I'm told New York is limited to Reykjavik aboard the Icewind, but the fare is well beyond most travelers. Oh, okay. Yeah, yes, we are in a terrible hurry. Haste makes waste. Sure. quickest way through to Quebec City is through Ottawa. Over 2,000 pounds. That's obscene. That'd be a fun route. But I don't think that, I don't think we can afford that. We're running a little low on funds. The journey was brief. The Atlantic flashed in the sunshine, beckoning us onwards. We were so close to home, but could we cross in 22 days? I hope so. First things first, to the market. Is there anything here? 260, heck yeah. And 180. I don't think we'll be needing that either. I was a little frivolous with my expenditures earlier in the game. I was just kind of buying a bunch of knickknacks. Alright, so let's plan. Oh, why is it black and white? 5,300 pounds. Can I go to the bank? Let's wait for a day, and then I'm going to the bank. I was pickpocketed in New York. I seized the thief's hand, still in my pocket. Dealing with wrong Frenchman, I exclaimed in triumph. The little thief looked up at me with thick-lashed eyes. I realized belatedly that the thief was a young girl, barely 10. I released my grip slightly, and she took the opportunity to curse in a thick Irish accent and bite me. I held on, despite the inconvenience, and finally she grinned at me, teeth stained with my precious life's blood. Are you done, little vampire? For now, the girl muttered. What's it to you? I looked down at my bloody arm. Truly, it was a salutary... Take a deep breath. Salutary lesson not to let my guard down in strange climes. Don't steal again, I commanded sternly. As she returned my possessions, she agreed she would not. Not ever again, crossed her heart, though her expression was shifty. I relaxed my grip as she slithered away and lost herself in the crowd. I made my way back to our hotel before anything more untoward could befall my delicate person. Opens at 11. Alright, Let's visit the bank, Monsieur Fogg declared. You have additional funds? I'm a gentleman. They would extend me credit if I required, he replied. But do you suppose I put my entire fortune into a carpet bag under your supervision? I did not answer. I regarded. The manager of the bank we entered, a well-dressed, calm lady who greeted us with eager professionalism. Okay, you wish to withdraw funds? We were told. I warn you, it may take some time. Oh. Oh. I require 5,000 pounds, I said. Manager drew a sharp breath. I have to communicate with London first, of course, she apologized. I should have a reply in 5 working days. It seems, Monsieur Fogg remarked as we left, we have some time to dispose of. There's an achievement for not having to visit the bank at all. I led myself down this dark path. I guess explore again. I spent a few hours in exploration, learning ways in which we might travel onwards, and our relationship has deteriorated. I guess we'll wait in the hotel. We had another 6 days to wait for our transfer of funds. So we made ourselves comfortable and waited. The wait, this close to our deadline, was nerve-wracking. We woke, ready to be at the bank as soon as it opened its doors. Day 60, Monsieur Fogg murmured that night in his sleep, and still some distance yet to travel. So bank opens at 11. Let's just wait till 11. So I say, watch it be declined. That'd be so upsetting. Returned to the bank at opening time to collect our funds, and then we were ready to proceed once more. Let's go straight to London. I only take 1 suitcase. Wool shirts and I guess this. Embark. We're out of here. Henrietta. We left New York aboard the Henrietta, an old Confederate airship converted to a transatlantic mail carrier. We would reach London in 3 days, barring any unexpected delay. Well, may as well converse. What is your wish, Master? Passepartout. The journey. We cannot afford to lose a single day. Money. It is not generosity, it is my prosperity we are gambling upon. Very good. The ocean tore along beneath us. I enjoyed talking to no one. There was nothing I needed to know. No one to charm, flatter, or beguile into giving us aid. There was only the wind and the time. And we could control neither. Passepartout, my master demanded. Make us go faster, if you would. I approached the captain. Faster, you say? It can be done, but it would destroy the engines. We want no risk, no danger. And I promise you, we will be in London in 2 more days. Well, fantastic. That's, Adventurer Fogg expected back shortly. Yeah, this is a game I'd love to go around and meet, like, all the famous people you can meet, like, all the... I like adventures, so... I don't know if I record it, like I think I said. I don't know, I shouldn't interrupt the Let's Play. Monsieur Fogg looked out the observation deck windows with perfect calm, and there was no reason to be concerned. We were safely within our 80-day window. I could not wait to stride into the Reform Club and claim our prize. I spent the remaining time... embarking on the writing of his account, though I found already the details of our early adventures had grown vague and indistinct. We tethered the airship dock in Hyde Park and felt, for the first time in 68 days, the feel of English soil under our shoes. At long last, we had returned to London, and in good time to win the wager. Got 3 achievements for it. Completed trip, 80 days, and 70 days. I think there's one for 40 days. I seized my master by the collar and threw him into one of the steam carriages idling on the banks of the Serpentine in Hyde Park. To the Reform Club, I shouted. Rid myself of the memory of the Arctic. Yeah, throwing 50 pounds at the driver as inducement to speed. You'll have another 50 when we arrive. Now drive. There's no need for such unseemly haste, Passepartout, my master noted, but I was a man possessed. The streets of London seemed quaint and old-fashioned. As they flashed past my well-traveled eyes, the carriages were mostly horse-drawn, and gas lamps rather than electricity lit our way as we raced down Pall Mall. The carriage barely shuddered to a steam-hissing stop before I dragged my master from his seat and up the steps to the imposing doors of the Reform Club. I released him only when we reached the great saloon, where my master's 5 and erstwhile friends stood from their chairs, gaping in an attitude of great shock. Monsieur Fogg only straightened a little and said in his calm voice, "Gentlemen, here I am." The room erupted into cheers. Where had the crowd come from? Had they followed us inside from the street? I had scarcely noted them. I realized, as though a spell had suddenly broke, that we had succeeded. Despite a most unconventional route, my master had won 20,000 pounds. With the 4,000 we began with, the debt built up from the banks along the way, and our remaining funds, it was a profit of over 11,000, hardly a meager sum. My heart began to beat again, and when I saw for the first time, the crowds who had forced their way into the club to witness the momentous occasion. A journalist in a dark blue bonnet caught my eye. "You must be the loyal valet, Passepartout," she said. "Ah, madame, you have a sharp eye, for indeed I am." I bowed with a flourish. All of London has been feverishly following Phileas Fogg's progress in the papers. She swept her gaze over me and scribbled furiously in her notebook. "Your master will be tomorrow's headline, or I'll eat my hat." "It is a fine hat." I agreed. She laughed. "Then I'll be glad not to have to eat it." I pushed my way through to Monsieur Fogg, who had nearly been swallowed by congratulatory crowds. "You have won the bet, monsieur," I told him. As I was saying it aloud, would make it more real. And then repeated the sentiment again for good measure. Monsieur Fogg pressed my hand warmly, and did not remark even once upon the impropriety of my gesture. Indeed, though his cool gaze did not so much as waver or soften, I believe he welcomed the chance to shake my hand. "Any gentleman would be fortunate to call you his valet, and you have been a worthy companion to me, besides," Monsieur Fogg said, and I knew that, from him, there could be no higher praise. Mr. Fogg, the blue bonnet blue-bonneted journalist cried, interrupting our conversation. What next for the great adventurer Phileas Fogg and his loyal valet, Passepartout? My master looked at me. I laughed like a maniac. Perhaps we should do it again, I declared, this time going the long way. I looked around at faces of the assembled crowd and quirked an eyebrow. Anyone care to make a wager? Monsieur Fogg refrained from rolling his eyes. I believe, he said, with great deliberation, that tonight I will have to have supper and go to bed. Come, Passepartout. It grows late. Yes, Monsieur Fogg, I said and followed. And we completed it. Celebrated Englishman Phileas Fogg wins round-the-world wager. Journey completed in 68 days despite the sheer size of the world. Airlift by pirates in Europe and near fatal polar expedition. Wow, there's a lot that you can do. Yeah, this game is fantastic. I'm definitely going to continue to play it. Again, probably off camera. I want to try and, do everything. I regret not going to Istanbul with the lapis eye. Like, I was curious to see what that led to. Like the quests and stuff are what make it. And I feel like I didn't pursue any quests except for the Arctic, I guess. Going through, like, again, there wasn't a lot in the cities I went to, especially in the United States. It was a little lackluster because I didn't do proper exploration before journeying there. So I feel like there's still a lot. This is still a lot to discover, and I'm excited to play it. Again, I might record it. I might not. I haven't decided. But if I record it, I won't be reading out loud. It's a bit of a strain. There's a lot of words in this game. So anyway, once again, thanks for joining me on yet another adventure. I didn't actually expect to finish today, so this is exciting. I start yet another Let's Play. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope to catch y'all in the next Let's Play.